KristenKellyTV. So today I'm going to be doing something a little different for my channel. Normally I do the AfterBuzz recap show for the Bad Girls Club, however they didn't film one tonight, and I'm going to be unavailable the next few episodes. So I thought maybe I would try this. I'm going to have kind of a call-in show where I have a few different people that I talk about the episode with. I watched the episode last night, so it's still fresh in my mind. And yeah, if you guys like this, please give it a thumbs up. If you have any comments, please write them below. And yeah, let's get started. So first of all, this is the Bad Girls Club Season 15, Episode 1, and it's called Sin Sisters. And it's about a bunch of different sisters. There's 8 girls, they're all sisters. And it's just the different dynamics of them. And this was the very first episode. So I'm going to call the first person, who is named Ashley. And let's get Ashley's opinion.
Hello.
Hi, Ashley.
Hi, Kristen. How are you?
Good. How are you doing?
I'm doing great.
I'm so sorry this took forever. This is the first time I've ever filmed something. I'm doing like the Skype too, so I took a little longer. Sorry about that.
That's okay.
So let's just like jump right in. So the Bad Girls Club Season 15, Episode 1. So I haven't started like talking about it at all. I'm just talking about the new opening. Well, how do you feel about the new opening?
I thought it was fantastic. I like the music and the new editing, and I mean, like they also did the whole intro of like season 1 through, everything, and that was like great to, because it's the last season, to show everything beforehand what happened.
Yeah, I just thought it was so cool that they had all of that. I was a little sad I wasn't shown, but it's okay. I was like kind of shown so something
you were
from.
shown. They showed where Leo was dropping the fan on.
I know, not my best moment, but yeah. So yeah, I don't know. I didn't like it, but I'm not really sure. I don't know how I felt about it. I liked it in the fact that it was like new and fresh. However, I was kind of like thrown off by it because, every season it's always been that like, if you want it, you can get it. And like the creepy, like mannequins that are smoking.
I love those smoking bitches.
I know. I was kind of like, oh, I don't know.
I know, they were missed.
I know. For me, I really didn't like it, but I think that's because I'm like kind of biased. But a lot of people, I was like, looking on Twitter, hashtag Bad Girls Club 15, a lot of people really liked it. So,
yeah, I think it was just because, it's the last season and they just wanted to maybe go out with doing it a little different because, it's not Bad Girls Club season anything. It's like Bad Girls Twisted Sisters. So it's like a new brand, I guess.
That's actually like a really good point. I didn't even think about that.
Yeah,
it looked like
kind of gives Bad Girls vibe, like it's sisters.
Yeah. I don't know. It seems like a little cheesy to me, but actually you saying that kind of changed my mind because I didn't even like think about that it's, it's really not like Bad Girls. It's like Bad Girls like sisters. So it's like its own spinoff.
Yeah, because they're kind of like talking about like deeper issues. Since they started doing like the therapy thing, like it's kind of like, bad girls, but we're gonna reunite.
Yeah. What did you think about Diamond and Olivia, like the gay sisters?
I thought that they were absolutely adorable, but they gave me a really weird vibe.
I don't think they're sisters. Like that was, it was kind of weird because when I was watching them, I was like, oh, like they don't really look anything alike. And then they said that they like had different parents, and I was like,
the same father.
Yeah, the same father, and I was like, oh, okay, so that makes sense. But then like how they were dancing and how like they were talking, I don't know. I don't think that they're sisters. And then how they showed like the little preview of the next episode?
Yeah.
I felt like when they were doing the therapy session and she was like, don't make life any more difficult for me, I felt like they were going to say something like, we're not really sisters. But I don't know how they would get through casting.
I think that they're going to say something like maybe they had like a threesome and they've hooked up and like have touched cooters or something.
Ooh,
Scissor
Sisters!
Like something like that. Because like,
Scissor Sisters.
Because like they're very close. I mean, who would want to lie about, like what would be the whole point of coming on TV to lie about something like that? But like,
I don't know.
I think they're sisters, but like it's
maybe because they wanted to be on the show, but they didn't have a sister or something. I just feel like there's something very weird. I feel like Olivia's actions towards Diamond are very like girlfriendy, ex-girlfriendy.
Yeah, possessive. That's what I
Yes.
thought too.
Like when she was like, we're gonna have a drink, like come in here. I mean, I don't have a sister.
There.
Yeah, like I don't have a sister. I only have brothers, but I could care less about like if they take a shot or you know what I mean?
You're so lucky. I only have sisters.
Oh, I wish I had sisters. That's like my dream. Oh my God. Hopefully when I have children, I'm gonna have like a bunch of girls. But hopefully they won't go on this show.
Oh my God. Well, hopefully this has died down after this season. Because, I mean, as much as it had a very good run, it's ran its course.
Yeah. So their dad was in jail, and that's how they said, like, they didn't know each other.
Yeah,
That's
I mean, I've seen tons of weird cases like that where, like, siblings or, like, people who are, like, mother and, like, daughter or, like, mother or, like, daughter and father reunite after like 18 years and then like develop a sexual relationship. Like it's gross.
What about that's a Maury shit right there. What about like
definitely can like happen, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like weird relationships, all different walks of
I
life.
don't trust them. There's something. Mark my words. There is something going on there. But I like what you said with a threesome, like because it definitely could be something like that. I don't know.
Yeah.
I just feel like there's some like weirdness. But maybe it's because they, you know, didn't know each other till they were 13. I don't know.
Yeah, so like maybe like the disattachment of like not like really feeling like they're sisters because they didn't grow up with one another in the same household, like, and that's why they maybe don't feel so weird about it. Maybe.
Yeah, I don't know. What about Diamond? Oh, not Diamond. It's Olivia. Olivia was the one that her mom said that she didn't love her, right? Until she died?
Yeah.
Okay.
Not until like she like, you know, week or two before she died. Like, that's a shame.
That is awful. That's like really, I mean, my dad is Irish and my mom's Italian. And so I kind of feel like my parents aren't the most like loving people. So I kind of my whole life like always felt like my parents didn't say like, oh, I love you enough or like give like hugs enough or something. So I kind of like got that when she said that. I was like, I can understand that because I feel like when my parents are like, oh, I love you or like, oh, I'm so proud of you, I'm like, oh, wow, like I'm kind of like taken aback from it because they don't say it like every single time I talk to them. So I kind of understood that, but like, girl, like the fact that her mom had never, like that, I don't understand how that dynamic works. How does your mom like never, we don't know her whole story. Like maybe she's from like a country or something where like people don't say that. I don't know.
Oh no, please, that happens all across America. Moms not loving their daughter. It's like,
I mean, I don't know. It was just to me like never saying it, and then like a week before she died, like that's just pretty crazy to me.
Yeah, I mean, that's a shame, but that's real life for you.
Yeah.
That's terrible.
I know. It's like very.
You can see the sadness in her eyes and everything just for talking about it.
Yeah.
Like, she was in her feelings, like she said a lot. Like,
I know. I felt bad for her, especially like when she was drinking, because I mean, I know I do that when I'm like drinking and then I'm like, oh my God, like, and I think about something and I'm like, you know, go to a dark place in my head. So I totally got her when she was like doing all that craziness. So we are calling David.
Can you see me?
Hi, David. Okay, so on the phone we have Ashley. Ashley, I almost just called you Amber. We have Ashley, and Ashley is. Where are you from, Ashley?
I'm from Philly.
Oh, you're from Philly.
Maryland.
Oh, okay. So, yay. Okay, and then we have David. Okay, so David, you will be shown on. If you can you see up there or no? You can like kind of see the monitor. Okay, so we just talked about the opening. And that I didn't really love the opening. Ashley liked the opening. She thought it was like really interesting, that it was like really cool, that it was new. What did you think about the opening?
They tried to make it like a movie, and it was really funny. Like, since when was Bear Girls Club like a movie? And like, they like shown like the older seasons, like Bear Girls Club 1 and 2 and 3 and 4.
But overall, did you like it or not like it? The opening?
I liked it.
Yeah, everybody seems to like it. I don't know. I'm like, I don't know. I don't know why I'm like the only one that doesn't. But okay, so we already talked about Diamond and Olivia, like the Gay sisters. Now we're going to talk about Jessica and Anna. They were like, in my opinion, like the super gross sisters. That's like so mean to say. But I just like, I don't know, something about the first impression of them, like their hair, their outfits. I don't know.
They were all point. Like, they were looking good. But
The sisters? Wait, Jessica and Anna, the twins?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know. It was something... I think I just got, like, a bad vibe from the beginning. I'm not really sure. Right? I don't know. But, so you guys... Did you like the twins? What did you think?
I like the twins.
They're gonna go home.
They seem kind of standoffish and stuck up a little.
Yeah. I think they seem stuck up, too. But, Ashley, you think they're gonna go home?
Oh, yeah. Like, they look absolutely miserable. Like, you can just see in their faces, they're looking at everyone with disgust. They don't want to be a part of nothing.
Yeah.
They're at the club, like, looking just the other way.
But do you think...
There's a whole truth or dare thing. Like, they're all just, like, looking down and looking away. Like,
Do you think it's because they're on a TV show? This was something I kind of noticed, was that when my season happened, and I think for a lot of the other girls, we were all, like, really young. Like, I was 23, and a lot of girls, are like 21 when they're on the show, and they're kind of, like, their ambitions are like, okay, I'm going to go crazy. I'm going to, like, I'm gonna drink, I'm gonna make out with the girl, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna that, I'm gonna have sex with guys, like, where I feel like these girls are all older, and they didn't say how old they were. Like, they didn't say how...
Yeah, I noticed that, too, in the beginning. Yeah. I was wondering, where they were all from,
like... They have their age and...
Yeah, they have their age, and they didn't show their age, which...
They didn't do that at all. That was so strange.
Yeah, which makes me feel like the girls are a lot older. So I'm, like, not, like, looking at you, because I have to, like, look at the camera, so sorry if I'm, like... But you can see... But, like, you look great, because I can see you in there. The monitor. But yeah, like...
Not that good, but, like, hopefully.
No, it looks good. I can see, like, you look great on monitor. Okay.
I look a mess. Thank God I'm on the phone.
Well, okay, so I think that maybe it's because the girls are older, because, okay, like, now in my life, I would not be like, okay, actually, no, I'm kind of crazy, so I would be like, let me make out with girls, like, let me drink, but I can kind of see if they're older. I don't know how old they were, and I, like, looked it up, and I couldn't find how old they are, but if they're, in my opinion, I think they look like they're, like, 31, 32, I can understand, like, they're adults, like, they're grown, they don't want to be fucking around with it.
There's no way they're in their 30s.
Try to go on Wikipedia, because, they have ages.
Yes, and they didn't have their age.
There's no way that they're in their 30s.
Really? How old do you think they are, David?
I think that they have to at least be around, like, maybe, like, 25. Because, like, they just, like,
they're, like, 20, like 28.
Okay, so Ashley thinks, like, 25, David thinks around, like, 25 to 28, right? Yeah. I don't know. I think they're, like, 31, 32. But you know what? It looks like they tan a lot, which could be...
That's Staten Island, Jersey.
Yeah. It's like that Staten Island, like, Jersey stuff. Like, that definitely could be, why.
Yeah, that probably really matters.
I don't know. I just, in general, like, I think that, in my opinion, they weren't, like, the prettiest of girls, but that's, like, totally cool. It's not, like, a beauty pageant. But I think that their attitudes did not match their appearance. Like, I feel like they were so, how the Claremont twins were so, like, kind of stuck up, but they were so beautiful. And it's so weird that they were so beautiful that I feel like it kind of was, like, okay, But with these two, I'm like, I feel like they're not pretty enough to be, like, so bitchy and so, like... Yeah, to be acting like that. Like, I don't know. I mean, that's kind of a stupid thing to say, I know, because even if you're beautiful, you shouldn't.
That strange vibe of, like, oh, we only have one friend in, like, a city of, like, 8
yes.
million people. How do we have one friend?
There's my friend over there. And I'm like, oh, come on.
Yeah, like...
Did that on purpose for the camera.
You're like, there she is. Let's wave at
her. I totally, like...
That was weird.
I totally agree on that. Like, it was just, like, too much. And then, yeah, like, I don't know. They're like, oh, there's our one friend. We see her driving. Like, girl, stop. Okay, so Christina and Angela, they were the girls that came in. One had, like, the red dress. One had the white dress.
Yeah, they were so cute.
Opinions. Okay, David, you first.
I liked Christina more than Angela just because, like, the whole episode, like, Angela was, like, really picking on her sister, and she was like, this room is dirty, clean it, and, like, and then she was trying to be her mom at the club.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, if that was my sister, like, oh my God, like, that would annoy me, but, like, stop trying to be her mom, like,
yeah,
you're both on the show for a reason, and, like, oh my God, I just don't know.
Yeah, like, she
I agree.
sisters in the other room, and then, like,
Yeah.
Like, we gotta clean. Like, we don't want to look like them kind of dirty bitches. Like, come on, girl. Like, let's go clean. It didn't have to pop off like that.
Like, they're gonna look at you like you're weak or like.
Yeah. Like, it was, yeah, I agree with David. Like, them, like, fighting was just weird to me. I loved Christina. Like, Christina was immediately was one of my favorites. I liked her personality. I liked that she was very, like, I thought that she wasn't trying to, like, act fake. You know, she wasn't trying to, like, act like.
She was definitely relatable.
Yeah, like, she wasn't like, oh, I'm a bad girl, you know? She was like,
yeah.
Let me move you in more. Oh.
Like, yeah, I'm Christina.
Like,
what's up?
Yeah, I know. Like, I thought that Christina was the coolest, in my opinion, in the beginning. I thought she was, like, really nice. I liked that she wasn't being bad. I liked how it was kind of weird, the whole thing. Oh, and I liked their outfits. Like, I liked how they were, like, matching. But they were adorable. They were really cute. They had the best first impression. Like, if this was The Bachelor, if this was, oh, your video is turned off. Oh, so David is out for a sec. I liked the fact that they, like, came in, like, really well. If I was on The Bachelor, I would have given them the first impression rose. Like, I think they came in great. I loved the videos of the girls, like, moving. You know, when they came in and it was, like, you know what I'm talking about? Like, the girls were, like, kissing the camera and, I loved that. I thought that was so cute.
I thought it was awesome that, like, as soon as they came in the house, they were just like, let's change the names on the bed.
I know, because I would have done the same thing.
We're going to make everyone sleep where we want them to sleep.
I went to boarding school, and I remember I got there, and they had the rooms assigned, and my roommate and I got the smallest room, and I did that same thing. Like, and these were, like, you know, your dorm room for the whole school year, and I, like, went and switched it with these two other girls, and they had no idea. Actually, I'm really good friends with both of them now. Like, I've never told them that. I don't think I ever will.
Good. Keep it a secret.
Okay, so David.
I mean, I really liked Christina and Angela. I think it's a shame that they were, you know, for sisters, they're so competitive with one another. Like, you saw on their things, like, oh, like, I got the bigger boobs. Yeah, well, I have the bigger butt. And I have this. Yeah, well, I have that.
I know. I don't have a sister, so I've never had to compete with somebody. Have you ever felt like you had to do that with your sister?
Yes. I mean, I've had, you know, well, I mean, I feel like every sisters go through that, you know, sometimes where it's competitive, but, like, I wonder, you know, it's hard to, like, you know, I was wondering, like, which one of them was, like, maybe, like, the older sister, so, like, maybe the dynamic would make sense a little bit. I think that Christina's the older sister.
Really, I thought that the other one was older because she was Angela, because she was, you know, like, more like, I always have to be, like, you know, taking care of you and blah, blah, blah. But can I just say, and this is going to sound so bitchy, but Angela is like a magician, because that girl looked so amazing. Like, when she does her hair and makeup, like, she looks breathtaking. And then when she, like, didn't have any hair, like, you could tell she had a little bit of foundation on and she had her hair up, and she was, like, cleaning, I did not recognize her. And I'm, like, not joking when I say that. I literally was like, who is that? And then I was like, oh my God, that's Angela. And it was just, it was such, like, a stark difference, you know, like, from, I mean, hair and makeup is amazing. Like, I'm not going to deny that. I just was like.
I mean, she's the only blonde on the season, too, so.
Yeah. But she looked like, and I like that she's not, like, a bleach blonde, because I feel like that's, like, not in anymore. You know, I like that she's, like, cool tone blonde. Like, I felt like, I liked that a lot, because.
But she's definitely given, like, the bitchy blonde vibe, though. Like, she's, like, I don't know, like, she was definitely just being so mean to her sister, like, you know.
Yeah.
Like, oh, like, you gotta do this, and, like, oh, we gotta clean up, and just, like, following after her, and it's, like, you don't have to do that.
Yeah. No, totally.
Because, you know, just like I said, like, you're in a, you know, house full of all girls, like, you know, just like she said, like, oh, we don't need to be fighting one another. We need to be fighting with the other girls. Like, like, then why are you sitting there screaming to your sister and talking shit to the other girls, saying, like, oh, she's dirty. She's dirty.
Yeah. Like, okay, so we have David coming back in.
Welcome back, David.
Welcome back, David. It's like, welcome, Connor. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. I don't know. I think I lost you. I have great service. Can I just say that I live in a, not like a condo, it's a townhouse, and I pay an extra $200 just for amazing internet service. I got, like,
What service do you have?
You know, honestly, you'd have to. I can email you later with all the info because like my boyfriend is the one who like set everything up. But we got this just this huge router, and like we didn't have service. I didn't have service in the bedroom or the beauty room, which is like where I'm filming right now, forever. Like it was just awful. Okay, so, hold on. Amber and Asia. They were the two twins, or not two twins, the two girls that one kind of looks like a model and the other one was in the army. What did you guys think about it? First,
the house.
Ashley, what did you think?
I think that, they're very fun and, like Asia just seems like she wants to just party and have a good time, and, like, Amber seems like she's definitely the more conservative one, because they're in Truth or Dare. Like, Amber was just, like, not watching the whole time. Like, she just put her eyes down, was sipping her drink. Like, she did not want any part of that.
Yeah. What did you think, David, about Amber and Asia? So my thoughts on Amber and Asia was that I thought Asia was beautiful. Asia, to me, looked like a supermodel. Like, she was lean and she was tall and she had gorgeous hair and gorgeous face and gorgeous skin. We lost David again. She just looked like absolutely amazing to me. And
she's definitely something to look at.
Definitely something to look at. And then her sister, Amber, I felt like I really liked her personality. I love that she, serves our country. Like, that's amazing. I think that
she's a pretty girl.
And she's beautiful. And I think I think she might be the first bad girl that is like an active service member, which I just think is amazing. Like that, I feel like they should have honored her a little bit more than they I feel like they touched on it, but I feel like they really should have honored her. I mean, that's an amazing accomplishment.
Yeah, that is an amazing accomplishment.
But they did not look like sisters. When I first saw them, I was like, they are sisters. But then, they had different fathers. Different moms. So I totally was like, okay, I get that now. But I really liked them. I loved both of their personalities.
Yeah, and they're so different, too, which, makes them a good dynamic together.
Yeah. So I think that the only ones... So I think that the only ones that grew up together were the twins, correct? Is that right?
That and, obviously Christina and Angela until whatever their, parents got, divorce or whatever. So, that's where their resentment comes from.
Yeah, so they didn't really, they didn't grow up together after that point. So I think the only ones that really grew up together were the twins, which I was like, damn, that's crazy. That's
Yeah, I thought the same thing when I was rewatching the episode earlier. I was like, a lot of these, only two of, the groups of girls, have the same parents, came out of both parents.
I know.
Everyone else is diverse a little bit, and they didn't grow up with one another. So, it's interesting to, watch the dynamics.
Mm-hmm. Totally.
Of,
Yeah, them and okay, so I loved Diamond's speech when she kind of was like, hey, let's all drink, and overall, I really liked the cast. My favorites were.
I thought it was great that they actually put a butch. They only have we're lesbians. It was good that they have a stem, is it, or a stud? She's a stud, one of those. There you go. She's hot.
She is hot. She's totally hot. And so my favorites were Ginger Spice, which was Christina, Asia, and Diamond, were my absolute favorites. And
I like Asia and Amber and Christina and Amber. I like all of them except the twins. The twins are just giving me that. Just the stank vibe, and they're just not going to be a part of nothing.
So I'm going to have to turn off Skype because we have just totally lost David. I'll email him later and say thank you for being part of it. Yeah, and then there was two other people that were supposed to Skype in, but they were both away on their computers. So it's just gonna be me and Ashley for the rest of the show. So thank you everybody who emailed me. Okay, so your favorites are Amber. Who else?
I like
Asia
Christina.
and Christina. Yeah, so I like the same people. And then I really like Diamond too. I liked the whole cast. The only ones that I really didn't like were the twins. But other than them, I liked everyone.
I said, the twins were just too
Yeah. Okay.
It's a shame they won't It's a shame that they actually like didn't take the opportunity to like actually try to open up, because like
I
I think that's like the
know.
whole point, because like they're twins. I think they're so dependent on one another that like kind of like last season, you know, what the therapist said to the Claremont twins, like you guys are too close to one another that you don't know how to break apart and trust
Yeah, like
people.
they looked so crazy when they were like standing there during the Truth or Dare, and they're just like,
Yeah,
you know,
the
like
whole
stark
damn
face,
thing.
all like, oh, I don't want to really be a part of it. It was just weird. I mean,
Yeah, like I would have took that opportunity to go hide somebody's stuff.
but I think
Like,
okay,
heck yeah, like let's go start some shit.
I do think, and I feel bad for them, is that I feel like their guards were up too much. And this is the first episode. So maybe they'll change. Like maybe these girls will become like a lot nicer. Maybe they will open up. I mean, it is the first episode.
In the face with a squirt gun in the preview.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. They just I don't know, but it was like I just loved Asia when Asia was like, "Come play with us."
No, that was Amber that said that. She was like, come play with us.
Yeah,
And
you know, they're like, "Come
the
play
twin
with."
walked off. She's like, nope, ain't doing this.
Yeah, they're just I don't know. They're just okay. Sorry, my camera like goes off after like a certain amount of time. Okay, so It's just becomes bad. Okay, when Asia was like throwing the sponges and she was like, a sponge for you and a sponge for you and a sponge for you, I was just dying laughing.
I was laughing too.
Yeah, she's like, because that was like, I really do. I feel like people don't understand that the cleanliness is, they don't have like maids that come. Like my season was so disgusting. Like the girls were so gross. And like, thank God for Erica, because Erica was the only one on my season that actually like cleaned. Like,
Yeah,
but they
you
didn't.
You always saw her doing dishes.
Yeah,
Your
they
guys'
didn't.
pool was nasty too.
Oh my, everything was nasty. So, but they never even gave us cleaning supplies. So when she was like, they gave us cleaning supplies, I was like, girl, I get you. But it's just somebody, she's like, a sponge free. I love Asia's personality. Like,
Like, did you guys have to like ever like go out to the store and buy your own cleaning supplies?
Yes, like they didn't give us anything. I remember one time, like we didn't have trash bags for like a week. I mean, I don't even know.
That's terrible. I mean,
Yeah.
Thank God you and Morgan trashed the house anyway. Because it was a mess.
I know. It was when we got there, we were like, did someone else already do this? Man, the fighting over the cleaning was so stupid between Ginger Spice and her sister. Like, I was like, dude, like she couldn't walk first of all. But I mean, I understood. Yeah, I understood like why her sister was mad. You know, like you don't want to look like, oh, we're the ones that aren't doing anything. You know, we're like the trashy twins. Like, I get that. I get that she.
Yeah, I said she totally should have pulled her sister like to the side and been like, yo, like we gotta like, you know, like I'm stepping up clean and like I don't want them to start talking shit about you. Like, you know, like just like put a little game plan together.
Yeah.
Like, you don't just start attacking your sister. Like, I don't get it. I wouldn't do that.
I mean, I wouldn't do that to anybody. I mean, I wouldn't do that to Blood, especially. But I think
I mean, I definitely, just for having a sister, like, I wouldn't do that. It's just, you know, like, the fact that everybody's watching us already and we got cameras on us, like, I'm not going to start dogging you out. And then, like, you know, like, because then she sat there and she, you know, what was her name? Angela. She started running to the other girls, like, oh, like, she's so dirty, she's pissing me off, like.
Yeah, like, why would you...
And it was just like she was talking crap about her sister to the other girls. Like, what does that make you guys look like?
Yeah. I mean, I feel in general, the whole thing about their parents... Okay, I don't understand this. I don't understand the whole, like, one sibling goes with one parent and one sibling goes to another parent. I think that's absolutely horrible. Like, but I know that it's so common. Like, I know so many different people. Like, I was at a photographer's house, like, 2 weeks ago, and she has... one of her sons, and then her ex has the other son. And I know like a bunch of other people who grew up like that. I mean, I don't know why. I had a friend in. Oh my god! If she sees this video, I'm like really sorry. But there was this girl that I grew up with. I went to like middle school with her. I went like all throughout school, like everything with her. Her parents were not divorced. They lived together. However, her sister had the mom's last name, and the mom like kind of raised the sister even though they lived together. And then the other daughter, I was in school with, the father kind of raised. So she would wear like boy clothes, and she like never had her hair or makeup done. Her hair was like so short, and she was like really pudgy. She literally looked like,
in the same house?
Yes, and they lived in the same house. And her mom was a shrink, which was even weirder. Like I was like, is it like some kind of experiment that her mom's playing? And
they slept in different rooms too.
Yeah, like they slept in different rooms, and it was so weird because I remember going over her house, and her like mom like said like a few kind of like nasty remarks to her about like, oh well, like Kristen probably wants to like do girly things or girl things. And I'm like, well, she's a girl, she's just like, yeah, she dresses like that and acts like that, but she is a girl, like,
yeah.
It's just, I think it's so, I don't know, it's something about parenting styles that I feel like maybe the girls, like, because Angela called her mom, like Christina didn't call her mom. That's probably because Christina's not as close with her mom because she didn't live with her mom.
Yeah, and you saw her mom like sitting there like agreeing, like, oh, that's such shame. Like,
yeah, like her mom,
yeah.
Like, you could tell like her mom was totally on her side. Her mom was like, oh, that's so sad. Like, oh my God, that's so sad.
When you know that your, other parent is just like not on your side at all. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I mean, girl, I gotta
like,
say,
that your mom doesn't have your back or something.
My mom, I feel like my mom is very much so like that because my mom is like, I just don't know. I'm the youngest and I'm the only girl, so you would think that I would have like such a close connection with my mom. My mom will believe, like my mom will believe something. Okay, my brother, who is 6 years older than me, when I was in college, told my mom that he saw a porn and I was in it. He goes, I saw this porn and Kristen was in it. And there was like 3 guys like gang raping her, like just this really insane story. And my mom calls me, and my mom totally believed him. My mom didn't even ask me. My mom wasn't like, were you in a porn or anything. My mom calls me and she's like, your brother saw your pornography. And I was like, what are you talking about? And she was like, there is this like porn of like this of you and you're being like 3, and I'm like, what are you talking about? So I like find this link. I would like to say this girl looked nothing like me. Like this girl had brown hair first of all, and at that point I had blonde hair for like 7 years. This girl looked nothing like me. It was a completely fucking different person. And if you know me, you know that I would never be in a porn. So it was like so unbelievably weird that my mom just like completely just believed just what anybody said. And like so some people are just like crazy. Like I can get that her mom is like. Because I feel
like... I know what that's like growing up in a dynamic where kind of like, because like I'm the youngest of like 3 daughters, so it's like, I was always like kind of like more raised by my grandmother than my mother. Like my mom always was like more towards like, my middle sister and like my older sister, and like, like we all got the same attention, but it was just like, I was my grandma's baby, so. Yeah.
I think I was like a daddy's girl. I don't know. I think maybe because my dad and I were so close, like my mom and I don't know. I think my mom was like really close with my brothers, like mama's boys kind of things. I don't know. So when Olivia was talking about cancer and that she had cancer, like my heart just like went out to her. Like I felt so bad for her. But at the same time, do you think that she really has cancer?
I mean, I don't know why you would want to go on TV and, like, lie about something like that. Because, like, I mean, it's kind of weird because, like, you see, like, the producers, like, oh, we have your medical records about something that, like, that kind of gave me a weird vibe.
That kind of gave me a weird vibe, too. I was like, are they going to...
Like, I don't...
And she was, like, so... Yeah, and she was so overly dramatic that... Not that I think she's lying. Like, not that I think she doesn't have cancer. But just, like, devil's advocate, it was very weird how she acted. It was like... I don't know. It was like very like, look at me. I want all the. I mean, even when the twins, like they didn't want to be a part of it. They were like, oh, we just got here. It's like kind of like it's hard to take in. I kind of felt the same thing. I was like, does she really have cancer, or is this all like a ploy for attention? Like my mom is dead, which I think the fact that they had all those pictures up was like, I mean, if you had a dead parent and they had like all these pictures, that would be really difficult. But it was like, it was just, she kept bringing up her mom, and then she kept bringing up that, Diamond was the only one she had, and she kept bringing up, she didn't know, like, her, she just kept bringing up, like, a lot of stuff that was very much so, like, look at me, and then the whole cancer thing came out. I was
because it's starting to, like, be more real for her. Maybe, like, in her regular life,
and
she don't have to sit there and think about it. Like she said, like, she didn't cry until, like, 9 or 10 years later, she said.
And we don't know, like, when if she has cancer, we do not know when she found out. She could have found out about it, like, 2 days before filming, or she could have found out about it a year before filming, you know? Like, we don't know when...
Well, doesn't, like, everybody get tested before, like, they get on the show?
Yeah, but not like, for cancer. Like, you get tested for...
Like, they don't give you, like, medical records and nothing?
You do have to go through, like, a clearance of, like, medical checks, but I do not think... And they do an all-over, like, wellness, so I feel like they would know. I don't know. It's just the...
I'm pretty sure, like, you know, they had to have known about it. I don't think
they would definitely have had to know about it. So I'm kind of like... I mean... I feel like Olivia might be, like, a sociopath, like, or... I feel like maybe she has some kind of lying disorder, because these are all the things that I feel like is weird about her, which makes me feel like maybe all of this is a lie. I feel like her sister is really her ex-girlfriend. I do not feel like by any means that her sister is her sister. And I feel like if you're crazy enough to lie to get on television and say that somebody is your sister when they're really your lover or ex-lover, I feel like you could be crazy enough to lie about having cancer. I feel like there's a lot of crazy people out there. But at the same time, you know, maybe they are sisters. Maybe I'm just being like, maybe I'm having a conspiracy theory here. Maybe they are sisters. Maybe she does have cancer. I just felt like it was
just all giving weird vibes.
It was very weird to me, and it was so, like, when there was a down moment was, hey, look at me, put the cameras on me, let me cry about something.
I mean, that's also a lot of alcohol induced, isn't it?
Yeah,
it doesn't
definitely.
take much to get a girl crying when she gets
Definitely.
And
you know, and we see an edited show, so we don't see all, like, the other downtime and stuff they have. But I don't know.
Yeah.
I hope I'm wrong. Like, I hope that she's not lying. I hope that she really does, you know, like, have... I mean, not okay, that sounded so bad. I do not hope that she has cancer. I hope that she is telling the truth, because I feel that if she does not have cancer and she's coming on television and lying, that
would be horrible.
That's horrible. That's unbelievably horrible. So
yeah, like, I don't understand why somebody would do that, and, like, I don't understand why, like, producers or anything would like let somebody do that too. Like, oh, we're portraying them as sisters, but guess what? Behind the scenes, they're really ex-girlfriends screwing each other.
Yeah. I just feel like the episode in general was so heavy. It was like, wow. Like, what, you know, I don't think I've ever...
happened in episode 1 for an episode 1.
A lot happened. I was shocked at how much happened. Like, what is going on?
Like, no fights happen, and, like, that's the first time that, like, hasn't happened in, like, a season where, like, the first day somebody's, like, arguing and smacking somebody in the face.
I feel like the girls that they got were not... I feel like they were really good girls. Like, I feel like they had really, like, good personalities. I don't feel like they were all, like, trying to be...
see a lot of them trying, like, to
yes.
act up for
So,
the camera.
Yeah, so, like, I mean, maybe it's just that the dynamics of the girls, I really like them, and I like that they were all together, but Jesus,
like,
take the wheel. It was
very much like they do this, like, you know, like, they seem like how I would hope that they would be in their regular lives.
Yeah.
Like, they seem very chill.
Yeah.
And not acting up for the TV a little
yes,
bit.
And I loved how Amber, like, came to the twins, like, so maturely and was like, hey, you know, she's telling us she has cancer, you know, she's crying. Like, they were, like, at one point, they were on the floor in the closet, and she's like, I'm gonna die, and she's like, we're all gonna die, you know, but you're not gonna die today. Like, that was some serious stuff. Like, that was the most serious I've ever seen Bad Girls Club.
Yeah, but at one point, you definitely saw, like, the one twin in there hugging her, but then, like, I think she left, and then the other one was down on the phone with her boyfriend or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Like, yeah, like, they all, like, gave the excuse, like, oh, we didn't, you know, like, we don't really know her. We're trying to give her space.
Even her boyfriend was like, well, why aren't you up there? Like, if they're all having...
Yeah, she didn't want no part of that. She didn't care. They're not trying to open up to people.
Yeah, I don't know. The whole thing was kind of like, oh my God, like, what's going on? Like, you know, I just felt bad for her. I felt like America...
A lot of people react like that when people open up to them, like, on the first or second day of, like, meeting somebody. Yeah. It's strange in people's dynamic, like, for you to just give me your whole life story after meeting
yes.
for 2 seconds.
You know, I had somebody when I went to, like, boarding school, this girl, her mom died, and it was like the second day of school and her mom died. And we had this like big like meeting in our dorm, and my dorm my freshman year was like 70 people. And, you know, I didn't know this girl, and they were like, oh, you know, like her mom died. It was this huge thing. And everyone kept like, you know, going up. And I felt like too many people kept going up to her and like were like hugging her and talking to her and crying with
like
her.
They're making it a point. Like if you're giving too much attention,
so
like a break.
Yeah, and like I was a freshman, I think it was like 13, and I like made a point to say like, okay, I'm gonna go talk to her later because I feel like there's too many people going up to her now. And then maybe like a few days later, she told a bunch of people that I was like a heartless bitch because she said that I didn't go up to her and like, you know, give her my condolences. And I'm like, well, I was giving you time because so many people were coming up to you and I didn't know you, you know? Yeah, so it's like people react different because at that instance, I was like the twins because I was like, oh my God. But at the same time, you know, there are only like 8 of them and they're in a house together. You would think that they would, you know, want to give her like a little space.
After like the 50th, you know, hey, I'm sorry that your mom died. It's kind of like you would think you'd be tired of hearing that, so I'm not going to keep coming up to you, you know, reminding you, hey, your mom's dead. Like,
yeah, like let's talk.
I get that.
Like let's talk about your mom being dead. Yeah, like no, totally.
Yeah, like that's weird. Like I'll give you a break. Like you might need to go walk outside and take a breather or something.
Yeah, it's just, you know, it's like people deal with stuff differently, and it's hard, and especially it's like, you know, it's a new circumstance. You're in this big house. There's a lot of crew. You know, that there's
definitely gave, you know, an insider of definitely how people react differently.
Yeah. And, you know, we don't know everything, you know, like they edited it. So, okay, so and then we saw some replacements. There were replacements at the end, like when they had showed the next episode or you know, future episodes. So, yeah. I mean, I'm interested to see that.
There's always tons of blogs that always give you that information of who all the, you know, replacements are, but I don't follow any of that.
Yeah, I try not to either.
Season 15 or whatever.
Yeah. So, what are your predictions for the next episode?
I wonder if that's like where they're gonna like squirt the squirty bottles in their face or like the squirty guns. Because that's gonna be funny as hell. Like if they do that next episode, like, you know, get it bad, girls. Like let's start, you know, arguing with some girls. Like it eventually kicks in.
Yeah. Okay. So my prediction kind of goes on yours. I think that they're gonna send the twins out. I think that the twins are either just gonna like kind of leave like Tina did last season, or I think that the twins are just gonna like they're gonna, you know. I feel like the whole thing with the scorecard is not as intense as it looks. I feel like they probably did that like more jokingly, but they needed to make it look like all crazy in the preview. Yeah. I think that the twins are going to leave, and I think they're going to get new girls, and I don't think there's going to be any more fighting. And
that's going to happen by episode 3, though.
Yeah.
I think, like, if that happens, like, maybe the twins are out by, like, end of, like, episode 3 or something.
I don't know.
I think they're going to give us, like, next week of, like, the twins, but we're going to see the twins starting to get on, like, the outs with everybody.
Yeah. Let's hope. Let's hope. I don't know. I hope they go. Okay, well, thank you so much, Ashley. I'm gonna like edit this and put this up, and I will email you with like I'll ask you in like your email for all of your information that I can put like in the video, you know, like your handle on Twitter, Instagram, and everything so that people can follow you. Thank you so much for hosting with me. This would have been so boring if I, you know, it was like I was gonna do the recap and I was like, well, what am I gonna do? Like talk to myself? So I'm super happy that like you were able to like give me, you know, you will do this with me.
I live, breathe, you know, I used to sit here and watch all Bad Girls Club, but, you know, it's gotten too crazy over these years, so.
It is kind of crazy, but I mean, now I feel like it's a new breed.
For these sisters.
I know. I feel like now it's a new breed of crazy, though. Okay, well, thank you so much, and I will talk to you later, okay? I'll send you all the info in an email.
Alrighty, thank you for having me.
Hey, bye.
Nice talking to you. Bye.
Hey guys, so that was Ashley and David. Thank you so much for, you know, being my co-host for today's episode. I hope you guys liked it. If you have any comments, please leave them below. Please give this video a thumbs up if you like it, if you want more. So I'm going to be missing a few more episodes of AfterBuzz. So I was thinking maybe I could do something like this with Amber Mead. If you guys like that idea, like, you know, thumbs up, leave me a comment, let me know what you think. Yes, I'm really excited to have done this. I love you guys, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.